Alright, let me stop playing and acting like I can't do these videos because I definitely can. I'm just tired and getting off of work. But you know, I'm always taking my girl on her walks. But welcome, hello, hi, my name is Transcended Wisteria Luna Rose. Taking my girlie on a walk back at the dog park. I hope everybody's doing well today. Another one of her toys. Baby girl, we left so many of your toys here. Alright. So, today is another great day. Wasn't as hot as the last 2 days. But you know, I've been mostly a hermit and, you know, only coming out at night. Going to meetings, networking, saying hello to people, telling my story, how I feel about things, you know, sharing my opinion, and growing my community. And I got news from my boss that the season's almost over at my job. So I'm actually excited because now I'm going to plan for my leap of faith, and I'm gonna start planning to actually travel and see where the world takes me, who I can interview, who I meet. But you know, I'm getting kind of ahead of myself right now because it's not till August that my last day is, but I can start planning towards my future though, so that's exciting. I'm so excited for that, and I just thought I would share with you guys because, you know, we're family. If you want to meet me, please let me know where you're from, talk to me. I would love to meet you and interview you if you would love to be part of it. You know, I'm sharing my story, and I know I'm not done. I am still going to share the rest of my story. I might actually go back after this little, I can't even say walk because we're not walking. I'm kind of just letting my girl roam out here. But when we're done out here and I go back inside, yeah, once I'm done here at the dog park with my baby girl, hydrate, people. Do not forget, hydrate. It's got electrolyte. So, yes. But once we're inside, I will probably start recording myself telling more of my story. And let's see how far I get today. But it's a lovely day. It's not as hot as it has been these last few days. Tell me where you're from, because where I'm from, it's been like 100-something degrees over here. So like, and it's been foggy because I'm pretty sure it was from all the bombs that's been sent out to the other side of the country, which I have my own opinions of, but I'm not gonna start talking politics because I don't want any arguments here. This is all positivity. Please keep that out of here. We don't need to talk about no negativity, please. Just love and light. But literally, tell me how your day's been, please. Don't leave your girl hanging. Don't let me be the only one talking and me be the only one sharing of my dramas, because it's not easy. It's tough. Or at least give me your opinions on it or something, or like tell me about it, relate with me, please, because like, trust me, it is not easy. I make it look easy, but it's not. It's really not, because yeah, I don't talk about myself. But I'm putting myself out there. If I can do it, the least you guys can do for me, since we're family, is support me. And also, don't forget to like, subscribe if you haven't already, and share, please. We just want to build our family. Alright, so part 5. I just watched part 4 for the ending of it so that I could remember where I left off. So once that whole scenario was over and dealt with, the guy was taken by the helicopter, and my car was totaled. I Ubered myself home, or I think, actually, no. A police officer actually took me home. I just was like super froze, like I couldn't even react. So they did me the favor and took me home. They kept offering me water and I couldn't even open the water bottle, like I was just stuck. But Sparkle, please, I'm trying to tell this story. So I got home and I washed, I hopped in the shower because I had like glass in my hair from the car crash. Well, not car crash, but the accident. The windshield obviously like entirely cracked, like all the glass in my hair. Like I have to like, I didn't go like this because obviously I would cut my fucking scalp up, but I let all of the glass fall out, and like my Bama fucking boyfriend at the time was sleeping throughout the whole thing, and then the whole time I was froze until he woke up, and I told him what had happened, and he kind of like snapped me out of it and like was like, think fast. Do you have any money laying around? Like, could we like go to a dealership, maybe get you a car? And so thankfully, you know, I was a smart person. Not saying that I'm not anymore, but yeah, I had money set aside, of course. It's always smart to keep money, like, you know, nest egg. And I was able to like put 5,000 down payment towards a used car, and that's where I got my Toyota Corolla. And so like I was able to get back to work quickly because the job that I had for nannying, it kind of like let me pick and choose who was available, like who needed a nanny, and if I was available I could just pick up the job if I wanted to, and I did for a family that needed it. But I didn't realize how traumatized I was, and the job I picked up traumatized me even more because unfortunately these 2 little girls I went to go nanny, I had a weird experience with them, nannying them, and I didn't even know how to approach it, like, but I think I handled it fairly well. We were playing and stuff, everything was normal, everything was fine. I made them food, you know, we were having a good day. We were watching like Finding Nemo and stuff, like Disney movies, and they had a attic little playroom. It was cute. And then while we were watching the movie, like I noticed the girls were like humping the floor, but like they called it, like they were trying to tell me that it was itchy or something. Like And it made me think, like, okay, something's not right here. Somebody is teaching these girls to touch themselves, or somebody's touching them, or anyways, yeah, that shit. I wasn't ready for that. And but yeah, it was like a weekend job that I picked up, but I didn't go back after the first day, because I did report it and they told me not to go back, so I didn't. And I think that's when I actually like completely was like, fuck this, I'm not even gonna go back, like, at all. And so I took some time to myself because, like, I was kind of not mentally okay. And then I eventually found myself working at BJ's, the wholesales club, you know. Because I have experience working as a forklift driver from my previous positions that I have not mentioned. Like, I've worked in Home Depot and Lowe's, and I've dabbled in, you know, learning how to drive the forklift. And yeah, I've also worked, well, let me get back to the story. So I started working overnight as overnight stalker. I didn't like jump into forklift position like right away, but when they learned that I knew how to like drive a forklift and I wanted a position to drive a forklift, they like kind of let me, because I was a hard worker. I've always been a hard worker. That's always been a thing of mine. I've always been a hard worker, and I take pride in my hard work ethics. Like, you can never call me lazy, because like when somebody tells me to do a job, I make sure I get it done, and I get it done well. Not well, I get it done very well. Like, you can call me an overachiever or a perfectionist. But anyways, yeah, I eventually started working as a forklifter, and in the same job, which I don't advise. This was actually the very first and last time I ever did or will do this. But I got involved with a coworker, and like relationship-wise, and he became very narcissistic and controlling, and I found out he was an alcoholic. I don't know if he still is. I don't care either. Not my problem. Don't care. Just glad it's out of my life. But the alcoholism brought out his demons, and he would put his hands on me. But I can't 1000% fault it on him, because I know I also was drinking, and it would bring out my demons. But like, I would find out things that he would do dirty behind my back, like cheat on me through, and it's so embarrassing to say, but he cheated on me through game I describe as like the X-rated version of Sims called IMVU. He cheated on me through that shit, and actually got somebody's phone number through that. I kept, my intuition is super spot on. Like, if somebody's cheating on me, or somebody's putting their attention somewhere else, or doing something not by the book, like something weird, I'm gonna know. Even if you deny it, I'm gonna know. anyways, one time, so I'm not giving you all the details because I'm kind of trying to squeeze these stories in like an hour increments. But we ended up working different shifts because I ended up at one point when I did get the forklift position, I was offered a forklift lead position at Alexandria BJ store, and I accepted it because they were giving me a higher pay. But when I did accept it, there was two older men that had the same position as me since I was a younger female. It was a very hostile environment for me because a woman with power is, God forbid, and I actually did my job correctly. Because I did my job correctly, it's like these two grown-ass men found me as a threat and teamed up to get me fired. And I was recorded on a phone, which by the way is illegal, and I know I could have sued the my job, my ex job. I could have sued them for wrongfully firing me like that. But at the time, I had to pick and choose my battles because things got very violent that same day that I got fired. Reason I say why I had to pick and choose my battles is because leading up to this story, things were getting really really bad between me and my at the time boyfriend. He started becoming more and more, and he didn't like the fact that he couldn't see me as often because now we're working in two separate stores, and I come home later sometimes because now I'm a team lead. So as a team lead, if the floors aren't clear, I have to stay later and make sure that I can't leave until it is clear and everything is according to plan. And plus I'm coming from Alexandria back home, to where I lived at the time. Which was a little bit of a distance. And so when I got fired, I ended up working at Amazon Fresh. And so that gave us more time apart because I worked the morning shift and he worked the night shift. And so it was very, yeah, we barely saw each other anymore. And he got to the point of getting jealous because I saw my friend more because he would give me rides, since I would give him the car to go to work at night. And my friend would pick me up to go to work in the morning. And then one afternoon he dropped me off, and when I got home, I saw him I saw these like two beers, I guess, like on the nightstand. I'm like already fed up with his drinking, and like I don't even remember what set off the fight, but it got really bad. And he did put his hands on me, and he even got to the point like he strangled me. like against the back door. Like I was barely on my tippy toes. And I had a little futon couch. The fight eventually. I don't want to. I don't really want to talk about the fight because it was so long ago. I don't even remember how it went. I do remember that I was strangled against the back door though. But that's all I'm gonna say about that. Eventually, I managed to escape through the front door. I mostly come in and out through the back door because that's how I go in and out. Mind you, this is my basement. The lease is under my name. Another Bama that would not leave me alone and moved himself in. Claimed he had his own apartment. Not true. He was living with his fucking mom. And I swear these motherfucking losers like to move themselves in with me. Anyways, within 15 minutes, the person who had just dropped me off after work had to come back and get me because I called him and we went to the police station together. I was so hysterical. I was huffing and puffing, like hyperventilating and crying, like, oh my god, I don't want to report this, like, oh my god, this just happened and he's in my house and I don't know how to go back home without him leaving. Like, he's not going to leave. He never listens to me. Like, he's just gonna try and fight me again and he's probably gonna try and strangle me and I need to change the locks and like I don't know how to get him out. So I had kind of no choice but to report it, and I went to the magistrate and they removed him from my house, and then it got to the point of us going to court. But when it came down to trial, I kind of like ended up not being able to go because another situation arose. I 1000% blame my husband for having me miss my opportunity. But I will get there when I get there. I'm not going to talk about that right now. But I just kind of let it go. And on the bright side, while we were separated, I did get my 2 years of protective order granted. So I did have a hope card of my protective order against my ex. And but after that, I didn't get it renewed because I'm pretty sure we were both moved on from that. But after all of that, I finally regained my independence, and I was able to gain enough money for myself to get my own apartment. And I got my furniture from Marketplace, and slowly but surely, healed the way that I knew how to, which was smoking weed and self-educating myself. I still wasn't comfortable enough to go to therapy because of what I experienced with the situation where I tried looking for therapy and the therapist herself called me crazy while I was in a situation. Very traumatic. So from that, I just couldn't trust. So I just kept thinking I could do everything by myself. So I was single for a good 2 years, I want to say, or almost 2 years, and then I meet the worst person I could have ever met in my life. And I can say that. I don't think I will ever take that back. And I hope you're watching this one, especially Jason, because I am talking about you. I wish I never met you. But before I met Jason, I did learn that I am a sharpshooter. So just want to put that out there. I'm a very sharp shooter and I never miss. So yeah, I was healing, but also destroying myself, drinking, partying, drugs, alcohol, all that shebang. I thought I was living my best life, but little did I know I was avoiding my problems. I didn't know the things that I know now, but that was my way of coping. And that's how I met the worst person of my life. I met this person at Queen's Gambit. Yes, in that famous song. Ow, bitch. What is it called? $1 Million Baby? Yeah. That same Queen's Gambit. I wish I never met that guy, but I sadly did. And yeah, we got married. He committed fraud. Worst mistake of my life. I think I'm avoiding talking about this right now, guys. So I'll save it for the next video. And the next video, I'm pretty sure will be the last. Which is crazy because that will be part 6. And that is my lucky number. That is also... what are you doing? It's right here. Anyways, I will share the last portion of my story in the next video. So stay tuned. Love, love, love. All of you. Stay positive. And remember to take care of yourselves always. Love yourselves. And sending lots of love and light from Wisteria Luna Rose. Bye.